Hi, readers. Welcome back. And today we're going to be reading about desserts from around the world, one of my favorite topics. And today, before we start reading our article, I wanted to introduce you to our focus word. Our focus word is the word popular. I would like you to say that word with me. You ready? Popular. When you hear the word popular, how many syllables do you hear? Popular. If you said 3, you're right. And when we try and stretch out that word popular, I want you to say all the sounds that you hear in that word. Okay, let's stretch out that word. Good job. Now let's do it together. P, A, P, U, L, Er. Okay, good job, readers. So we are going to now take a look at our Meaningmapper. So the word popular means when it's liked or enjoyed by many people, okay? And when you hear that word popular, what word does it make you think of? What word does it remind you of, and why? Let's take a moment and add that to our Meaningmapper now. When I hear the word popular, I think of the word food. Food is always on my mind. And I also picked the word food because there are many popular foods, especially right here in New York City, where we have so many choices of so many popular foods. So we are going to be reading about Brazil today. Brazil is a country in South America. South America is a continent south of the North American continent. We live in the United States, right here in New York City. So Brazil is in South America, and Brazil has desserts. And since we're learning about desserts from around the world, today we'll read an article titled Brazilian Brigadeiros. And as we read, I want you to be thinking about popular desserts that you can find in the country of Brazil. All right, let's take a look, readers. Do you like chocolate? If you said yes, then you would love brigadeiros. Brigadeiros are little balls of chocolate fudge. They are often covered in sprinkles. People in Brazil love this dessert. Even adults in Brazil like to eat brigadeiros. They are given as gifts. They are also a very popular dessert at celebrations. People love to eat them at birthdays and weddings. Many Brazilians like to make brigadeiros at home. They are easy to make. There are also many shops that sell brigadeiros. These shops are not just in Brazil, though. People buy and eat brigadeiros around the world. Do you want to try a brigadeiro? I know I would love to try a brigadeiro. So, thinking about the article that we just read titled Brazilian Brigadeiros, I want you to think of 2 or 3 things that you learned from this article. Think about what you would like to remember from this article? I thought about what I read, and I wrote down that I learned that it is easy to make this dessert from Brazil at home. And here is a picture of me making this dessert at home. And I labeled my picture Brazil dessert. So let's go back to our Meaningmapper. After reading this article, Brazilian brigadeiros, I want you to be thinking about a word or words that this article reminded you of, okay? How does it connect to the words on your Meaningmapper? Remember our focus word, popular. So I thought about it, and I thought about the word dessert. After all, that is the topic we're focusing on, and how we learned about one type of dessert in Brazil today. And I connected that word dessert to the word food because a dessert is a type of food. So before I let you go today, readers, I want you to take a look at these two words. What are you noticing about these words? So I'm sure you noticed it too. In this first word, there are two S's. And in the second word, they look exactly the same to each other, except this word has one S. So how do we say this word that has two S's? Yes, it's the word that we have been reading in this text today. Dessert. Okay, let's say it together. Dessert. And how do we pronounce this word with only one S? Desert. Okay, say it with me, readers. Desert. So what is the difference between these two? Here we have our dessert. And here we have a desert. One way that you can remember these is that dessert is twice as nice as a desert. We have the two S's, which are twice as nice as the desert. I'd rather be eating dessert now than to be on a desert. Thank you for joining me today.